Paul Grayson back again with your Friday free practice one recap. Not only are we giving you practice one, we're giving you practice two. But as you see in the results there, it was an overwhelming victory for Red Bull in the vote that we put up this morning. So thanks to everyone who put a vote in. But as for practice one, well, there was no crashes, which I was surprised about. But we did have Max Verstappen leading from Sergio Perez, from Fernando Alonso, from Lance Stroll, from George Russell, from Hamilton, Sainz, Gasly, Albon, and Tsunoda. So in terms of this top 10, Red Bull look mighty. Listening to Karun Shandok here basically talk about the Aston Martins and that Alonso looked like he was on a heavier fuel load, which could maybe give you a bit of false hope for qualifying and potentially the race. But I think the Aston Martin strong point is race pace, right? And it is like how good it is on the tyres. Again, they're kind of downplaying that, but Ferrari, let's just talk about Ferrari. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. We will get into the other 11 or the other 10 drivers in a minute, like 11th to the 20th, but 7th and 11th for Ferrari is, I don't know what's happened. They've had to change both power units on both cars, and I was expecting Ferrari to be strong. A lot of people were expecting Ferrari to be easily like second favourite with no tyre wear issues, but yeah, they could still turn it around. It is free practice run, but again, Leclerc's got that penalty. It's not looking good for them. As for Mercedes, 5th and 6th, not particularly great for them. Looking good for Williams. Alpine don't look too bad. By the way, these tyres that say hard still did it on the sauce, but Aston Martin's pace is real. Stroll's 4th. Into the final 10 though, we have Leclerc, like I said, in 11th, with Ocon in 12th, Nick De Vries in 13th. So AlphaTauri don't look as bad this weekend. But then again, they weren't too bad in Bahrain, if we're being honest. They weren't. 14th, Oscar Piastri, who's smoked his teammate here. His teammate's down in 20th place. In 15th and 16th, we've got Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. And again, I'm not too optimistic about Haas. Like a lot of people talking about Haas, they'll start this season off strong, but they had major tyre wear issues in Bahrain, but they don't look quick. They really don't. Like they do not look good. And to be honest, there's one or two things you can take with this. Them and Alfa Romeo don't look good. Neither do Ferrari. Now, does that mean as a collective unit they've turned the engines down? So therefore they can turn them up and they'll all be a bit more competitive as we head deeper into the weekend. But at the same time, maybe it's a power issue and that they're all running unlimited power because if they run high power modes or more power, the car will break. I would probably lean more towards the latter, knowing Ferrari's reliability issues, but is what it is. Logan Sargent down in 17th. I predict that in our predictions that Williams would get a double points finish. I mean, it looks like Albon will probably finish in the points, but Sargent, son, you're jobbing us out. We then have Bottas and Guan Yu, like I just mentioned, and then rounding up the grid is Lando Norris. McLaren not having a good weekend so far. It is practice one though. Practice two is the representative time. What am I expecting from practice two? More of what we just seen. Hopefully the grid can get closer. I mean, I predict it would be closer. Fuck if anything. The gap has get bigger, honestly, man. It's a bit of a disgrace. Personally, I mean, I didn't think it would get bigger than Bahrain because, I mean, Saudi it's a very fast track. I just thought teams with straight line speed would have performed better and be closer, but Red Bull just seemed to have it locked down. And again, you know, Bahrain and Saudi, they are dependent, straight line speed dependent. Yes, they've got corners, but again, all this hype about Ferrari have got the best engine. We're yet to see it. Like, maybe they've got them turned down, but like, what's going to happen when we get to like Monaco and like see Australia now? Australia's a pretty power sensitive circuit with the fact they've took out the chicane, so it's what it is, troops. Make sure you check out Free Practice 2 later on. But who knows? Who knows?